right, everybody, welcome back to the Hot Dust. My name is David, and I am here to try and help bring some tips and tricks to time-strapped dads, players, anybody out there who just feels like they don't have the time to get some of these armies and games in, but really enjoy the game and the hobby in general, and would like to try to make that happen, right? So, what I did was last week I started a 5-day challenge when I was on vacation. I said I was going to get 8 boxes done in 5 days. And here are the fruits of my labor. So I was having a interesting discussion with my brother, and we were discussing, what makes the 8-box challenge a success or a failure. I think it's a success, right? So when I started, all of these boxes were here, including the Drukhari battle box. As we can see, the Drukhari battle box is no more. It is, but here we go, right here. Now, my thing is, I say I accomplished my goal, right? And here's why I say that, okay? So, I consider the Drukhari battle box a bundle set, right? Everything in that battle box, or everything in that Battle Force set, can be purchased separately. And if you purchase them separately, they come in their own individual boxes. See where I'm going with this? So, if we look at it that way, right, and we take a look at what we started with, we have Scourges, box number 1. We have the Archon, who can be purchased separately, box number 2. We have, quite literally, the box for Lady Malice, 3. Those are her instructions. Then we have the Hellions, box number 4. The Witches, box number 5. The Venom, box number 6. The Incubi, box number 7. And the Kabalite Warriors, which puts us at 8 boxes. Plus, we have the Reavers, 9 boxes, and whatever the hell that thing's called. The bomber jet thing. Forgot the name of it. 10 boxes. Plus, as an added bonus, I wanted to get this guy done. The Red Gobos Tin Boy. 11 boxes. 11 models, 11 boxes containing all these models completed within those 5 days. I know y'all were probably thinking that I was going to get these quite literal boxes done. I'm not a madman. There's no way. And it's funny because, like I said, like I was telling my brother, technically this, and he's like, yeah, but I think everybody was thinking that you were going to get all those boxes done. And I'm like, well, yeah. And I did give it the honest college try. But remember, this was being done, I was on vacation, but that was not 5 days of just dedicated time. It was time right before Thanksgiving, and had a lot of things to do. Had to get, the house ready for guests, shopping for the food, just some things done around the house that were being put off for a while now. And this is what we all struggle with, right? This is the purpose of this channel, is how can we figure out ways to do things quicker, to get our models built so that we can then play and enjoy, right? So I've wanted to get this set done for a while. I've had all these other ones, but when I picked this guy up here, I really wanted them done because I dig the vibe of the faction. When my brother got me into Age of Sigmar, I gravitated toward the Daughters of Cain because again, some just wicked elven women who are just bloodthirsty, crazy. Never pegged them to be order. I thought there would definitely be chaos, but that's what I enjoyed about Age of Sigmar. So when these guys came out, I just instantly gravitated toward them. Plus, now I have a Chaos Army, which are my World Eaters, the Imperium Army, which are my Adeptus Sororitas, and now I have a Xenos Army, which are the Drukhari. So I have enough points here. There's a little over 1,000 because I also proxied the Kronos models. Hope I said that right. But I proxied those guys out because now I actually have a combat patrol. I'd have to look, and I'm using my phone to record this, so I can't look it up on the app. But I have a full-blown combat patrol with, I believe, the Incubi, the Calibite Warriors, the Archon, and these guys, I think. Or is it with the Raiders? I have a combat patrol. So not only do I have a 1,000-point army now, complete, done, a little over 1,000 with all of this stuff here, but I also have a full-fledged combat patrol that I can play. So if anything, we win because I got them done. I even got them primed on here. I'm starting to mess around with little things on what I can do to quickly paint them, right? So I used one of these guys as a sacrificial lamb. I wanted to go like a dark plum purplish color instead of, you know, the box art that they have and stuff like that. Didn't really come out well, but I'm still playing. I'm still toying around with it, and I don't mind if I sacrifice that unit there to kind of experiment with. But once I get something down that I can then try to translate it across the army and get it done quick, I'm going to do another video so that if anybody else is putting one of these things together and they want to follow along with that quick down and dirty, how to get them done and look respectable, then we got something else. If anybody else out there has already done that, and it's like, hey, Dave, you can just do these contrasts and you know, this, some of these technicals, and boom, you got it done. Or use these speed paints or what have you. Let me know. Post it down in the comments and stuff like that, and I'll go ahead and I'll try them on these guys over here. Again, purpose of the channel, learn from each other, right? So yeah, I'm happy. It may have been a little deceiving, maybe. Some people will be like, oh, I thought he was going to do all 8 and stuff like that, but I think there's some gray area here that we can work with. But I think we can all agree that at the end of the day, these things came off the sprues and they're on bases now. And we can play them. Yeah, gray, but we can play them. So I take that as a win. Now, the one guy that I did do soup to nuts was this guy over here, which is the figure that they were giving out. Well, not giving out, but it's the Christmas release over here. And it's the Red Gobo's Timboy. He's one of the orc guys and stuff like that. Which, if you go to a Warhammer store, which I have one that's about an hour away from me, they have these like little festive guides that are, you know, some ideas that you can hand over to family and friends on Christmas gift ideas and stuff like that. But there is a game in here that you can play with this guy. They also have his full-fledged stat sheet inside of here, which I thought was pretty cool and stuff like that. Almost wanted me to get an orc combat patrol, but I am not going to do that. That's how I get these guys put together and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a little game in here, and then if you do some of these things inside of here, like 3 events out of like 5 or 6, you could bring this to your local Warhammer store, and they will give you this dice tower. So I think that was pretty cool. But I know I'll come across. Here we go. So it's called Open the Presents, and it's a little game that you can play with the figure. And I'm going to be doing that when I have my nieces and nephews over in a couple of days. So that's the reason why I wanted to get this guy done. And he is fully painted, based. I'm going to have a video coming out with how I painted this guy up. But it's mostly speed paints and pro acryl were the other paints that I used for it. But it's mostly Army Painter speed paints that got the majority of the base on here. And then I hit it up with some colors that I really like from Pro Acryl. And then from Citadel, I used their technical, it's called like Halala's Blizzard or something like that. Really nice technical to put snow effects on your models and stuff. Really like the way it came out. I don't know what else I would use it for because I don't have anything that's really like snow themed or something like that. But I do have some War Machine models that I may put together at some point that are old War Machine models because I know the game's been revamped. And I have Khador models that, I can throw some winter scenes and stuff like that on. But yeah, this guy came out really cool. I know it's far away, you can't really see the details or anything on it, but I really like the way it came out. The video, or maybe when I'm editing this, I'll put a close-up of this, of him on here. But again, like I said, I'm going to have a full painting tutorial video on here that shows how I put it together, the paints that I used, the brushes that were used, and so on and so forth. Not to be taken as a professional painting tutorial. It is a, how do I get this painted on my table as quickly as possible without looking like I just threw it in cans of paint and shook it off and voila. So yeah, that is it. That was probably loud in there, so apologize for that. But here it is. I'm excited. When we started this video, and I'll put the link for it up here, this cubby was empty, right? Still is, right, technically. But now look, I get to put those guys all out there. So I'm happy. I got my World Eaters, my Sororitas, and now my Drukhari. Eventually I will get my Emperor's Children and my Space Wolves to fill those other cubby holes. But I do have another vacation coming up in 3 weeks. And I've gotten a majority of the stuff that I need to get done. So unless my wife comes up with a new honeydew list, maybe she'll have some mercy on me and let me enjoy a couple of days. Maybe then we'll legit try to get, maybe we go crazy. We go nuts and we try to see on here, Another good point that my brother brought out. He's like, dude, you got a pretty good idea for a channel, man. You're a busy dad, we're all busy and stuff like that. These guys that have these channels, and I'm not knocking any of them and stuff like that. That's what they do for a living. That's their bread and butter. I have another job that I do for a living. And this is not my bread and butter. This is fun, right? But he's like, they got armies of people that are cutting things off sprues, that are removing the mold lines, that are sanding things down, that are assembling, and then they're paying. So when, you hear one of these people from these channels, I won't mention names or anything like that, but when you hear one of these guys, they're like, oh, I'm going to put an army together in 24 hours. It's not just him putting this army together, or her putting this army together in 24 hours. It's 5 or 6 of them that are doing this. Well, so he was like, you were putting in some pretty late hours and stuff in between everything else that was going on. You did a pretty kick-ass job. You got a lot done. He still has shit that still hasn't been put together. So he was really impressed when he saw this. And, he was just like, you got a lot accomplished. You should be pretty, and I am proud of it. I am proud of what I got done here. So, yeah, I'm not going to, pat myself on the back anymore. But, hey, you know what? Yeah, man, this was pretty good. And then I'll put a link if anybody is interested in like 3D printing and does proxies and stuff like that, where I got these guys here. They're really nice. They came out really nice. So I was really surprised with this. But I do have a couple of other videos that I want to do with some more proxying that I'm doing. I'm actually right now currently printing out a Chaos Titan that should be done in a couple hours. So that'll be a video for another day, putting that together. But next step is to get these guys painted, and I'll chart that progress and stuff like that. But I'm not in a rush to do it. To be totally honest with you, I wanna play. So I'm excited to get these guys on the table and stuff like that. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these guys here. Let me know what you think of the progress. If you have any suggestions, tips, anything for me, please put that on the comments. I want to thank everybody who's not only been a subscriber on here, and for the comments that they've placed on various videos and stuff like that. The encouragement from some of y'all when I was doing this, I really appreciate it. This is a lot of fun, and I hope you guys engage more. I'll have a Discord put up soon, so hopefully we'll be able to get to chat a little bit more and share ideas and stuff like that. But I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel. The slew of new subscribers that we had over the past couple of days, that was really awesome. I was really proud to see that. And like I said, this was just, a guy who was like, I'm not the only one out here that struggles to do these things. Let me chart my failures and learn from, so others can learn and know what not to do that I'm doing. And it's awesome to see that there are a lot of other people who struggle with the same things, and they have kind words. They have great things that they suggest. So thank you all. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Those of you who are new and seeing this, apologies for the long rant. This is all, I do this unscripted. I do it off the cuff so that is as authentic as possible. And if you enjoy what you see here and you want to come along for the ride, please like, subscribe, throw some comments down on there. Really appreciate it. And what I want to do is throw a little bit of an incentive out there, right? If we can hit, by the end of the year, 500 subscribers, some of these models here that I've proxied out will be put in a giveaway. And I'll have a separate video for that within the week or so. But yeah, we'll put together a nice little proxy set that I'll give away to 3 subscribers. So we'll choose 3 people from the subscriber list, and we'll go from there, right? So again, thank you all for your time. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed what you see on here. And if you have any other crazy challenges, throw them out there too, man. I'm down to try anything once at least. So if my wallet can support it, I'll give it a shot, and we'll see where we go. So again, thank you all for your time. I appreciate everything, and till the next time, take care.